Hello everyone, I'm Squall. This is StarCraft 2. It's really awesome. In this game we've got MC, the blue Protoss. Rawr, spinniness. What else am I going to do at the start of the game? And down here we've got Stephano as the red Zerg. MC wishing his opponent good luck, and have fun as well. So, yeah, and so in the last game we did see a lot of early aggression out of MC. It just didn't quite work. Tried to incorporate a Stargate, and it just failed pretty badly. Also saw some cool two-pronged aggression, and I love seeing that sort of thing, but it just didn't quite work out. MC was able to crush the one main army, and then run back and deal with the drop. And even though he lost his expansion before he was able to deal with the drop, he just got such a large lead from killing the main army that he just kind of kept the lead and then won. So this is game 2 here. We'll have to see what happens. Will MC respond with even more early aggression, or will he go for some sort of crazy late game madness? I would love to see more Templar use actually in Zerg versus Protoss. Although I guess part of the issue right now is most Protoss tend to go for Ling Infestor builds, and you don't really want to Psystorm your own troops, which you would have to do to an extent to deal with Zerglings. So, yeah, and Colossi, I guess, are kind of more stable. Like, their damage output isn't limited by how much energy they have, but I just love Templar as a unit. Psystorm is just, it's such a fun ability to use, because it's just like, booyah, I Psystormed you! How's your face now? What, it's in 3 pieces? How unfortunate for you. But, who knows? Perhaps we'll see the metagame evolve in that sort of direction eventually. So, MC is going for the Forge Fast Expand. We'll have enough minerals right now to get that going. Stephano did get his pool first, and then his hatchery. Pretty darn typical these days, as Protoss have just gotten so good at pylon blocking the expansion that Zerg just don't want to have to deal with it. So they got the spawning pool first. If they need to, they make a pair of links so they can deal with the probe, deal with the pylon, and then get their expansion down, rather than sitting on, 400 minerals forever and just being very upset about that. So MC is finishing up his wall now. I think that's only 1 hex wide. It looked like it might have been 2 for a second, but I think that's just 1. It looks rather wide, though, to be honest. Whatever. He's MC. He does what he wants. He knows the Protoss race about 80 times better than I do. So, yeah. So, Stephano is positioning his overloads around the map quite nicely. Got one outside the natural here. Could potentially swing that into the main eventually to find out what's going on. This one's here. We'll let him watch anything that comes along here. Always nice to see that proactive overlord spread. And once again, Stephano taking his third incredibly quickly. At the 4-minute and 30-second mark, that just feels obnoxiously fast, man. Oh, excuse me. I hope I remember to edit that out. Anyways, so, yeah, so far just looking very similar to the last game. Stephano still hasn't taken his gases, but that's not anything too unexpected or strange. Move clock at 341. There we go. I just made a note for myself so I remember to edit out that horrible cough. And that way you are not deafened by the beastly power of my lungs. So MC is getting his first stalker out now. We'll let him just scout around a little bit, potentially pick off a handful of Zerglings. Stephano's third is finishing up pretty much right now. Warp Gate is being researched and chrono boosted, so this could be indicative of some sort of early pressure from MC once again. But, yeah, because I do feel like if he wanted to be more macro-oriented, he'd probably dump that chrono boost into his workers. And, yeah, it's pretty much all going into there. He has enough here for a chrono boost, but he's putting into that cyber core, and he has cut probes, and oh my goodness, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 gate. Okay, so MC really wants to turn it on this game. He was not pleased with the results last time, so he goes, well, how do I do early pressure? How can I do this? I guess I just better build more gateways. So those Zerglings do have an inkling that this is occurring. The pylon does get down. This Overlord sees the pylon there as well. So Stephano knows it's happening. He is making 14 Zerglings, getting speed, but speed is definitely not going to be done when this hits. And all these gateways finishing up right as Warp Gate finishes. Very nicely timed out. And MC is going to be able to warp in so much stuff. He definitely has the supply ready to do it. And Stephano was actually supply blocked there for a second because he lost an Overlord. But here we go. He's got a little bit of a force here. Starting to make roaches, but I don't know if those are going to be out in time. Stephano might lose his third here, and that'll be an absolutely crippling blow. Here we go. Zergling surging on forward, but dancing on back. There's just not enough to deal with this. And Stephano, yep, he's getting ready to fight with the drones. He needs to. Roaches are coming out now. Looks like they are all building here. That will help quite a lot. But this hatchery is taking so much damage. MC falling back for the moment, doing another warp in. So many zealots. And that's just so much stuff. I don't know what Stephano can do. He's making more Zerglings and roaches. Speed will finish very soon. But Stephano's army is just getting shredded. There's too many Stalkers. There's so many Zealots. Stalkers getting pulled back so the Zealots can engage in on the Zerglings. And while it's not the most efficient engagement angle, it's fine. MC has so much stuff. Zergling coming from behind. Catching a bunch of Stalkers. Might kill a handful of them. But Stephano has just not been able to kill enough stuff. And look at that resources lost tab. That is brutal. Stephano has lost 4 times the resources of MC, and he's in so much trouble. Throwing down the emergency spine callers now, but they will probably not get up in time. If anything, it's a delaying move. But even if they do get up, MC is so far ahead at this point because he killed third. Take a look at the workers. Actually, not really that far ahead, but Stephano's having to fight with drones now. He's losing drone force field, pin a bunch of units in place, and Stephano, instead of saying GG, he says, "Congrats, you managed to beat me." So yeah, MC just really turning it on this game, just going, I don't want a long macro game, I just want to win, and he did. So thank you guys for watching my video, I hope you enjoyed it. Please join me for Game 3.